Adobe Campaign Classic Developer Certification AD0-E312 exam is popular. Pass Adobe Campaign Classic Developer AD0-E312 exam to enhance your promotion. We have new Adobe Certification AD0-E312 exam dumps questions to help you complete the Adobe Certification AD0-E312 exam successfully. This video shares Adobe AD0-E312 free dumps online for checking. Question number 1. What is the purpose of the jump activity? A. To improve the readability of the workflow. B. To call a subworkflow. C. To create branching in the workflow. D. To trigger a workflow. Answer. A. Question number 2. A workflow is using two query activities that select recipients who have bought specific products. Each query activity stores the product as additional data. Both query activities are then added into a union activity joining using the keys-only option. What should be the expected results of the union activity? A. Recipients and products common to both queries. B. All records from both queries. C. Distinct recipients from both queries. D. Distinct recipients and the products from both queries. Answer. B. Question number 3. A campaign instance is configured with every module installed. When creating a custom target mapping for this instance, the Extensions window allows additional schemas to be generated. Which two optional modules allow additional schemas to be generated? Choose two. A. Marketing resources. B. Offer engine. C. Online surveys. D. Deliverability monitoring. E. Transactional message control. Answer. B, C. Question number 4. A client wants to use Amazon Redshift to install Adobe Campaign in a hybrid AWS environment to hold all customer data. Which step must be taken to utilize this type of data? A. Adobe Campaign does not support Redshift. B. Adobe Campaign tables must be created in the Redshift database. C. ODBC native SQL drivers must be installed to access a Redshift database. D. FDA module must be installed to access a Redshift database. Answer. B. Question number 5. A campaign developer notices that a workflow scheduled to run daily and create a customer list is associated to a campaign marked as finished. What explains the outcome of the next scheduled workflow run? A. The workflow continues to run, but the list is not created as configured. B. The workflow does not run regardless of the schedule until the campaign end date is adjusted. C. The developer must copy the workflow into a new campaign and reschedule the new workflow. D. The workflow continues to run as scheduled and creates the list as configured. Answer. B. Question number 6. What is the primary benefit of utilizing a platform option? A. To reference and update a parameter across multiple workflow executions. B. To automatically create an incremental counter to maintain a consistent sequence. C. To standardize the values of a field and help with data input or use within queries. D. To communicate with external applications. Answer. D. Question number 7. A customer has a requirement to create a web form that collects and stores unauthenticated users' email, first name, last name, and color preferences to an Adobe Campaign Classic database. The users are identified using a double opt-in process only. What kind of structure should be used to save data coming from the web form? A. Custom attributes in recipient data schema. B. Custom data schema not linked to recipient. C. Default attributes in recipient data schema. D. Custom data schema linked to recipient. Answer. B. Question number 8. An Adobe Campaign Classic developer needs to decide on the best approach to integrate with an external recipient table from a SQL Server database. The solution needs to be able to do a daily data sync of the newly detected recipient records into the Adobe Campaign database and append additional data fields. The IT department of the external database is able to provide the database connection details but does not have enough capacity to implement any other custom processing solution. Which integration option should the developer choose for this scenario? A. API integration. B. Federated data access. C. File transfer protocol. D. S3 bucket. Answer. B. Question number 9. A campaign target population is cut at 100 random records to receive a limited offer. When the campaign developer goes to approve the targeting for the offer, only 90 records are available. 10 records have been removed by a required typology rule less than 18 years old. A campaign developer must make sure exactly 100 records are selected and sent an offer while ensuring compliance. How should the campaign developer perform this task? A. Change the execution order of the less than 18 years old typology rule to execute later. B. Select 110 random records to account for the drop by the typology rule. C. Remove the less than 18 years old rule from the typology defined in the delivery. D. Add a filter to the workflow to select only 18 years of age or older. Answer. C. Question number 10. In which activities can a campaign developer set the segment code? A. Read list. Update data. Fork. Test. B. Test. Intersection. Fork. Enrichment. C. Read list. Fork. Query. List update. D. Intersection. Query. Exclusion. Enrichment. Answer. D.